Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm just going to do a revision to one of the video I've already done. I'm going to revise the top 10 list of the rarest wooden railway trains that I believe exist. This is dated from 1992 to the present day. Look, this is it's a very hard subjective sort of topic. Everyone's sort of got their opinion about it. It is what it is. It's one of those topics. Everyone's got their opinion. Look, I've probably come at it with a bit more knowledge from the last time I made that initial video, and it's never, always, that's life. You should always admit that if you don't have the whole version of sort of, you don't have all the facts when you have them, you can always sort of like change your mind, sort of come out with a more educated sort of guess, like sort of opinion. I think I did touch on it in the first subject. What makes it subjective is, I guess, everyone's different experiences on sort of what you would consider rare, how often somebody... I mean, one person could stumble across the rarest thing like 2 times by chance, as compared to, or 2 or 3 times compared to what someone else does. So it goes without saying, it's very subjective. It's sort of, to me, it also is bound by geographic, there's a geographic dimension to it. What people in the US is the market that tends to be more dominant. That's the way it is. I know some people, they bitch about that. They don't, there's always something more in the Thomas world. Yeah, definitely. If you look at UK and Europe stuff, it's just, I'm always like blown by the different variations of things that you can find, like new in box and things like that. It's amazing. But like for example, okay, so the Chapter's Indigo Car that comes from Canada, your chances of finding it in the US are like squat diddly. You're going to have to probably find it in Canada, as it was a set sold in Canada. For the 95 Knapford Express coach that's got the red line through it, that's UK release. You could find, for example, a 2005 version of Neil. It's just got a code on it. That's only sold in Australia with the Bridge and Tunnel set in 2004, 2005. They appear fuck all down here. Curbine 1969 is the only one I've actually ever seen have one. That's just sort of, that's rarity, and it's not always like the sexiest. I mean, we've sort of all got these preconceived notions about what are the top 10 rarest. But I think it sort of needs a bit more of a revision. So, without further ado, we'll get into it. Alright, starting off number 10, I'm keeping these guys in the top 10. We've got the Speckled Cold versions. So that's got your Speckled Cold Thomas. And I've got a Percy box of that variety, and I've just basically chucked that Percy in there. Once I get a pamphlet in there, I'll solidify that. It can be a version 3 box. This was the box that was sold in. It was either sold in this one, or you can possibly get them in just the 93 boxes. So I believe technically these are the 4th versions of these. So 92 comes out with version 1, obviously the skinny flat. So version 2, version 3. And this most likely will be the 4th. This will be the 4th version. Why they've put a little Speckled Cold pattern on there is quite bizarre. It's most likely, it could just be like a sort of a production quote unquote error. But like these don't. There was actually a little brief period towards the end of last year. We probably had about 3 or 4 of those in a fairly quick succession. But barring that, they've dried up pretty quickly again, as they always seem to do. Thomas is the same. Thomas is a bit rarer to find in the Speckled Cold variety. And this colour of it compared to someone else I know has it. It's actually like this is a lot lighter. The dark, the blue in his one is actually a lot more. I don't know what you call it. Yeah, it's a lot more pronounced. It goes into like a mauve colour sort of thing. But that's the Speckled Cold Thomas. That's, I mean, the story of that. All right, I'll put him as number 10. All right. Sorry about the cough here. Probably got the COVID. I probably shouldn't joke about that now, what's going on in India. Apologies. Okay, the Unpainted Stack versions. These are immensely rare. We will keep this in the list. I think they're a little bit plain. It's nothing super sexy about it. I mean, it's just it's most likely a production error, but they've made enough of them. Yeah, look, if you find enough 92 lots, you'll eventually stumble across one of these. They are sort of what they are. Got that for a good price. Just on a side note, we'll keep him at number 9. Alright, so initially missed this one off my first list. Probably could wait till I get a... I've actually found another one of these, actually, just in the US recently. It's a lot more better version and complete. This is missing a little piece out of it. Alright, this is... Yeah, a lot of people won't recognise that. That is the Pergo Cold Car. I know a lot of the comments in the initial video that people were like, "Oh, you're missing the red Cold Car." Yeah, something I I completely missed. Wasn't really sort of that well known on. Got that for about $10. Yeah, managed to get a good deal on that. Consider my contact in the States found that because just the condition, he wasn't going to really resell that. He knew I was sort of after it, so he got me the hookup. It was like, yeah, $9 something, and then that was with free shipping, $9, and then like the tax is about another $1 or so. So it came out pretty well with that. This does have a little coal piece in it, and as you know, just look at that there, and if you look at Marketplace enough, you can tell what that comes from. This comes from the Thomas, the battery operated rider. Yeah, am I saying that right? The battery operated rider. Yeah, that's the Pergo, the Pergo sort of Pergo train. So it comes with the Thomas, and I believe it's a little part of that part there. It's where your kid can sit on. It's sort of got that style thing at the back of it. You build the sort of they're like a beige color, the tracks, and obviously just you build around for your kid and whatever sort of pattern or style, and it's hours of fun, keep the kids happy, all that shit. This comes in a little white box with a 2006 Thomas, which will obviously just be it's just a 2006 Thomas. They do come with the I don't know if you can see on this. This is the OWOO code. There you go. So this is actually a lead paint item. So, feeling weak? No, not really. I need to be around this a shit lot for it to damage me. Don't worry about that. These are, the lead paint items actually are, from what I know, they're becoming, obviously a lot of them record. They're a lot harder to find now. I think a lot of these are going to be, they are that code, probably the factory where they're made from. This is very hard to find, really hard to find. I mean, it's hard to sort of stand out to differentiate it from the other cold cars. If you're looking at it a lot, you can just you find it from the sort of barring you get like a good picture of it close up. I found one with a Flying Scotsman, quite luckily. The guy gave it to me, both of them for $30 shipped US. That's still pretty good, so 45 Australian. I can sell the Scotsman easily, and I'm upgrading this version. Might eventually trade for that. Look, that's the Pergo Cold Car, extremely rare. Yeah, good luck if you're looking for that, because it will take a bit to get that. All right, number 7. Let some use this little, like I said in my previous video. This guy's getting downgraded the list, and I'll go into it in a sec. Alright, yes, I have 2 of them. The white-faced troublesome truck. We all know the white-faced troublesome truck. And if you don't know the white-faced troublesome truck, you've been living under a rock for the last fucking 20 years. This is a cool item, and there's no doubt. This is one I found in a lot. This is one I had to pay a fair bit for. I was so excited that I found that in a lot. It's kind of just what I really wanted to do, to be honest. Just to say that you found one of these in a lot is sort of like the grail, I guess, so to speak. Except I think there's better grails now. So the whole story is 100 to 200 of these produced. Look, not to say that I completely trust a couple of people's opinions, but I trust the people's opinions who do this a lot and collect these and buy, sell, and swap them. And in their mind, and I think even in my mind, it's becoming more clear now. I don't think that this guy's made 100 to 200 of these. I think a lot more of these exist. It could very well be a case that Roy Wilson in that interview has just. He may just be his recollection might not be the right thing. He might be confusing something else, and then that's not impugning his character in any way. I don't think that necessarily there's no way that the 100 to 200 of these it's just them. The other glaring issue, is that why very little of them come up in the UK, for supposedly a batch of them being sent there. I'm not doubting that they didn't, but there's nowhere near as much as what you see in the US. So whether it was just a box of 30 of them went to the UK and the other 170 remained in the US and was sold around the New York area, sort of dispersed their way around. Yeah, look, we all know the story of it. It's the prototype. No, prototype. Yeah, it's sort of it was obviously, yes. Obviously, it's deemed too. It was deemed too expensive. I think they wanted to do it. They wanted to go with that version of it as sort of like the third version, so like going into '93. And I think it was just sort of pulled because it wasn't It was going to be a lot more costly, as opposed to the regular sort of troublesome truck. There are, it's a bit hard to tell on the camera there. There are slight variations in colour. One's even lighter than this. So yeah, I'm pretty 100% sure that a lot of them are just are not going to be the same two colours, to be honest. The one that just sold for over $700, a mate in the US, it looks a lot darker in the pictures, even compared to that. It's highly variable. Anyway, look, I think compared to what I've got ahead, I think this is it's pretty accurate, and there's probably a few here that people might not agree with because they're not as sexy, haven't got this guy's Mount Rushmore reputation. He's great, don't get me wrong. Overrated though a little bit. Just saying. But that's the whiteface troublesome truck. Just chuck him out of the way. Alright, number 6. There's not a whole lot of information known about number 6 actually. This is the basics, just the basic of it. Alright, so this is the UK version from the Gold Dome, from the James Goes Buzz Buzz set. This is the Gold Dome James Goes Buzz Buzz. Yep, the nose is faded a little bit in colour there. I got this for 20. So I actually, funny enough, have 2 of the little bastards. That is the one which I can't remember which one. I think this is the one I got from Ken6996, and this is the one I found in the UK for about £25. So, all in all, stacking up pretty well. I've got this up on eBay at the moment. Anyone watching in the US, I'm most likely think I'm going to sell it to someone in the US eventually. Put in an offer for it if you feel, if you're really after it. But I'll consider a lot of genuine offers. I'll leave it at that. Yes, this guy comes. The 2001 variety, I believe. Yeah, it'll come from that the UK version of the. Yeah, they're only sold in the UK, and it's very little known about the sort of the quantity or the numbers. Just based on how often they appear, you'd hazard a guess to 500 to 1,000 maybe were produced. Hazard, that's a decent guess. It's a tricky one. This one, it is rare that they don't appear that often. Even the people I trust in the States say the same thing. If you can find one, grab one, because it's sort of got a reputation as well, sort of among the fanatics in the community. I'm very happy I got that though. I'll hold on to that. So that's number 6, the Gold Dome James Goes Buzz Buzz. Right, I touched on this guy briefly at the start of the video. This is a cool one. This is the Chapter's Indigo Car. What did I get that for? It was $80 starting bid in the US. I think that all in all, that's a pretty good price. Because overall it's in pretty bloody good condition. WJLO code. It's essentially a box car, but it does come from. Hang on, I can't remember the name of the set. The name of the set. It was sold in Canada only, and it's called the Stories of Sodor set. 2006 that was. Again, there's not a whole much information about it, but it does come it's got, so the box has actually got that, obviously the French Canadian writing. It says, what's this, Comtesse de Sodor. I guess I'll let you translate that. That's another one to sort of tick off the list. I found it for that price. It's a tiny bit expensive, but fuck, trying to trawl through marketplace in Canada is fucking not fun, not pleasant. I'll tell you that much. If you thought fucking being in Australia and the US was bad, they're a different breed over there. They're very much so a different breed. I don't know what their aversion is. You fucking tell them that if you want to separate something out of a lot, or if you pay them by PayPal, or just to would they ship to the US, it's just it's no. It's an emphatically no too. They're very different. I avoid Canada. I don't know why. I just do. I forget who the seller was who had this, but it's in my eBay history. Either way, pretty happy with that. Completes, in my opinion, and I guess a lot of other people's in the community. This is a very highly regarded one as being pretty bloody rare. And there it is. Alright, this chapter's Indigo Car. Alright, number 4. Alright, I'm going to do this at my own risk now, because if anyone does watch these videos with any traction, not to give myself not to be presumptuous or anything like that, could be elevating the profile of this thing. So I do this with a bit of trepidation. Alright, so I've touched on it in other videos. I have made little comments. So this is the very first version that they put out of Annie and Clarabelle. I only possess Clarabelle. I'm looking for Annie. I contacted him, but in the States, he's got these boxed. If you want to see them, I'll post a picture to my Twitter of these boxed. I think Annie's basically just sort of veers the other way, and it's got it. Might have the circle around the mouth. It's got the open windows there. The darkness, the roof's a lot lighter as compared to the version 2. But compared to the version 3, I'm not sure. Version 3 is another one that's pretty bloody rare. But these ones, just in this condition, these are fucking rare as fuck to find these. The problem being, it's hard to. I mean, getting a good quality picture of an Annie and a lot of that is really hard. Most of them are going to be the version 2s. You've got to then nag the seller. Oh, can you give me a photo of this or that? I got that at a good price. That was just over $40. Given its condition, that's fucking phenomenal. It's got a few little marks here and there, but I mean, a lot of Annie and Clarabelles you see, they're just completely worn at the sides there. They're just completely worn. There's chips around the roof and stuff like that. I'm so happy I got that. Got a box for another boxed Annie. When I do find the version 1 Annie, I will chuck that in there. It sort of completes the lots of Annie and Clarabelle version 1s. Again, this is probably another very similar story from what I believe to the Whiteface, the alleged story. It's a very small quantity produced, like probably 100 to 200 of them. The people I know over there who go through these, they've probably they can count less than 10 in their lifetime. They haven't counted a lot of them. Maybe like a dozen to maybe 1.5 dozen. Probably, I think that was between both of them. Very happy that I got that. That's look, yeah. Guys, just love the Whiteface. Just fuck leave the other ones to me, okay? that's all I can say. Just get your Whiteface and then be happy. Yeah, no, I'll definitely find the Annie for that. It looks cool too. Just really, it's very basic. I just don't know why. I really like the look of it, much like the version 3. All right, that is the version 1, sort of the very very first one that they brought out in 1992. All right, number 3. Okay, a lot of people will know of this story. So this was sold at a particular event in 2007. So I speak of the Cal State Fair cargo car, also known as the Toytopia Car. Yeah, this was released in 2007. Story has it. Again, story has it. That's what you have to say with a lot of these things. Story has it. About 1,000 of them were given out at this event to have the first ever, I guess, the people who wanted them, really. As far as I know, or with the, I think it was, if you produced a ticket to show that you'd gotten through or whatever, you could have this. As far as I know, so that cost me just under, what it cost me, 200 US. Overall, the condition of the box and everything, it's fucking phenomenal, because you're not going to find a lot of these boxes left. You just wouldn't think that a lot of these boxes would be left. One just actually got picked up for 25 US dollars. I mean, the box is a little bit like worn and crimpled and shit, but fuck, for $25, shit, man, that's phenomenal. Sorry, the rain's just coming down a bit hard up here at the moment. Look, yeah, the Toytopia car, look, fine and that. I've seen a few loose in the last 3 years, maybe like 3 or 4. No, not even 3. Probably seen like about 2. This guy was one of them. I think there's one at the moment, and I may have seen another one maybe about a year and a half ago. These are pretty cool. I love the look of the cargo piece too. It's really cool. I think number 3 is a pretty fair spot for this. Some people would even probably put it higher. Being a cargo piece, it can get lost easier. Yeah, by that logic, yep. It's hard to disagree with that. But I'm going to put it number 3. Just grab a drink quickly. Alright. Okay, so this is probably the part of the list that I hum and ah about the most. I'm going to put this guy at number 2, just slightly over number 1. He just misses out. Alright. So this guy was sold as a promotional item in Japan in 2011. I believe it was only sold for about 1 to 2 month period. Sold at a few of these a few of the sort of Thomas stores and adventure parks and that they have over there. This is also the first one probably being shown off on camera. This is a metallic hero. This is one pretty cool item. I do have this. I managed to get this in a sort of a loose used set, which is actually pretty well looked after, very much intact. And I've got like a brand new sealed set. When I bought that first one, I thought I was actually just buying one of these. I forgot to go through the images again. The last page it had the box. I was fucking stunned, because I was wondering why the shipping was so high, because they bought it through Clara in Japan, whatever the app is, by E or something. Yeah, and my surprise, like, shit, yeah, okay, that's a box one, cool. And funnily enough, I actually have a third one on the way. But in the US, this is one of those the subjects that I touched on first, and the first part of it, this is where you start to get a little bit based by geography. Being here in Australia, a bit closer to Japan, probably it's actually a very fortunate run too. I've managed to be a bit lucky, because the 3, I mean, there's not many more of these. Not many more. The 2 people I know in the States, I know they have one each. Misconception too, it wasn't sold in a box. That picture that you were looking at on the wiki is them just putting this in that box. I think it's got the hero of the rails on the in the corner of it. Yeah, it wasn't sold boxed. It came in a set. That picture you're looking at, yeah, don't be fooled by that. It's actually Sam Caro's picture, what I believe. Yeah. Oh, it's a really cool train. It does wear a lot easily. In the other picture, you can see the wear on the wheels, the metallic part just sort of rubs off a bit. Some white fucking cream there, I don't know what the hell that is. Anyway, look, that's I'll do a review on him. I mean, there's not much more else to say than what I already just really said, to be honest, but either way, it's a cool item. That's Metallic Hero. He sits in at number 2. Alright, now these guys, I'm sorry, but they are still number 1 in my eyes. I don't think there's much that can displace these guys at number one, just based on how complete that they are. So yeah, got the Dylan Ben. These are the 1992 sticker versions. So that's Dylan Ben. We know the story with these. Again, it's the story that Roy Wilson told Wooden Railway Reviews. So Roy Wilson calls these prototypes, and just for fun there, I've actually got two lots. I know nobody in the States is actually interested in buying these, but I will hold on to them just for a little bit. These are obviously 100, 200 of them produced. That's the story from Roy Wilson again. But this is a lot more believable just based on how few of these have been seen in the last 20 plus years since Wooden Railway's been out. There's probably not a lot of people catalogued as owning these. If you look on the wiki, there's probably about 5 or 6 known collectors that actually have any of these. So as a pair, that's very, very few. Very, very few. I bought those off Roy Wilson. They've got his signature. Bloody fading there. I don't know why. Lost my train of thought. Where are we going with this? Yeah, these are the very first ones. Much like the Whiteface, produced in very small numbers. They had printed stickers because I think the printing labels weren't really set up at the time for the early learning center sort of developers, or the preconceived sort of pre-production area for where all this stuff was produced in upstate New York. These things, if you do see other ones, they tend to, more often than not, have the stickers missing. These have their full amount of stickers on there. This is why they are the rarest ones to find. Even without the stickers, they, as an item, they are fucking rarer than the Whiteface. They're just rarer than all these other ones here. They are so cool. I got those at a bargain. They cost me about 140 US all up, those two, and that's including, I actually got the third bill that has it just has one sticker on it. That's just they are so cool. Love them, and the fact that I have them boxed, the labels there, signed by Roy Wilson, is something that I'll always treasure. Yeah. Alright, to me that concludes the top 10 Wooden Railway items. Chuck a comment down below, agree, disagree. I feel like this list is a lot more accurate than other ones. As always, there's going to be a few that missed the cut. The red metallic James in the US is pretty rare. Having said that, I've got no problem getting one. I can even probably find them boxed in Japan, close to me here, with enough time. But in the US, like, that stuff just does not appear. So the red metallic James, I still think your Lorry 3 just misses the cut. I know he sort of goes through his periods where you can see about 2, 3, 4 of them, and then it goes completely quiet. The same with actually, I wouldn't call it in top 15 or 20, but the silver propeller Tiger Moth at the moment, and even other Tiger Moths on eBay aren't just really showing up much. I don't see much Tiger Moths in the marketplace in the US either. It's an odd one, but the silver propeller one is definitely. I think I saw one for about $50. Obviously, the price has gone up a bit. I can remember when I finding for $15 a silver propeller Tiger Moth. There's some other ones that missed the cut. There's also some other variations. There's also unknown things with the prototypes. My buddy over there, Ken69996, has got the door prototype Percy. So we're not 100% sure about how many of those are actually released by Roy Wilson, because he sold a couple to big-time enthusiasts and collectors. I know there are 2 other people that have them. So it's quite possible that the one that Ken owns is a version that's probably was taken home by somebody who worked at the factory at the time, and maybe he's given it to his kids, and through the forces of fate and luck, he's just stumbled upon that. Flat magnet version, so the Chinese Dragon and Peter Sam are other ones that again, there's probably been less than 10 of them probably seen of those. Again, it's probably worthy of making this list, but I mean, I think for the sake of uniformity and sort of something that sort of was known to be consistently sold. I mean, these things were known to be consistently sold, and that's what I sort of qualify it as. Like as always, there's a few other things too. There's the no rivets Tidmouth milk tank car. What else am I thinking of? Look, there's so many. The version 3 Annie and Clarabelle is another one. Look, there are so many. There are so very many. I would even say having the sugar barrel cars from the Chocolate Percy set. I get their barrels, but as a complete set, yeah, they're fucking immensely hard to find as well. There are so much. Honestly, it's hard to, pick apart people's opinions for some of these things. But just the troublesome brake van is not fucking rare. That's all. That's all we have to objectively agree upon. Okay, that's all. You can think the whiteface is rare and blah blah blah, all that shit. I get that. That's fine. But yeah, when people make polls about what is rarer, the whiteface troublesome truck or a troublesome brake van, well, that's just stupid. Just shut up. Anyway, all right. That's my top 10 list done. As always, yeah, like, share the video, subscribe to my channel. Nearly at 200 subscribers, so share. Get up to that, and as always, guys, I will see you next time. Bye.